Welcome everyone. My name is Niki Lopez of Niki Lopez Creative, and you're watching The Circle, where every Tuesday, 8:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm talking to artists, creatives, social entrepreneurs, activists, people doing great things in the world today. And today I have a very special guest and friend, May Rain. Thanks for being here.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So May Rain is an amazing poet, an author, an influencer, and an entrepreneur. So you stay busy.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But I'm so blessed to be able to do what I love. That's like the best thing that I could have done for myself is to be brave enough to pursue the things that really make me happy while helping other people.
Absolutely. And just, well, you're back on the show, which I'm very happy and honored to have you. For those who may not know about you, like what was your introduction or inspiration to get into poetry?
I would say that happened around second grade. One of my teachers, I was in drama, one of my teachers introduced us to Black American poetry, and it was just life-changing for me, to hear the works of Langston Hughes and so many others. Yeah, so many other amazing poets. I don't know, like I felt liberated for the first time as a child, just knowing that you could express yourself like that. It made me feel, I don't want to say normal because it was far from normal, but it made me feel accepted, into a space. First time in my life. I was what I would call a very awkward child. At least that's what it felt like from the inside out. I don't know exactly what it was from the outside in, but from the inside out, I felt very disconnected and awkward, And so when I found poetry, I found a place of being for me.
Nice.
And so it was just, just a connection made there.
Awesome. And so then you, from second grade, you just kept with it. What are some of your achievements that you feel as a poet?
As a poet, I mean, being able to travel the country has been beautiful for me. I was a single mom, and so you limit yourself with your mind, okay? And then again, having this connection through poetry, being able to travel, to have different experiences that you would not have otherwise had, these things have become monumental for me. So every time I'm able to check off another feature, whether it is at the New Eurekan in New York, or whether it's in Puerto Rico, or wherever it is, it's another check. I don't have a bucket list, but it's another thing that makes me feel alive, like I'm doing something that I should be doing in this world.
Absolutely. And we're just going to take a quick brief second to acknowledge we're live on Facebook on two pages, Niki Lopez Creative, and we're syndicated on Outclick Magazine. We're also live on YouTube, and I see Melinda who's saying, "Love you, May Rain," on YouTube.
Oh, I love you too.
So she's, yeah. And so we have G saying greetings.
Hi.
And my tia Joanne saying hello, everyone.
Hello.
Comment, the power of a teacher.
Yes, the power of a teacher. I'm telling you, they can create amazing experiences for you, or they can also break your spirit. The power of a teacher. Teachers have so much power that I don't know if they know all the time,
And it's interesting that you said that, because last week I interviewed Jasmine Lewis, who's a teacher now. And one of her things is that a teacher told her she couldn't, when she was younger, she's a Black girl, you can't be a teacher,
Exactly.
So you did it to prove her wrong, where you had a teacher that inspired you. So
Yes, she pushed us, she inspired us. And I don't even believe that this was something that was properly funded. Now that we're older and we've learned about funding of these different programs, but after school she would meet with us, and this was the drama club. And I remember those activities. I remember winning oratorical contests, reciting poems. And so, it's really an opportunity for a person to speak to a child's true character. You speak beyond this child. When you can reach the whole child, that's an amazing accomplishment as a teacher.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have a couple more. We have Jane and Trish. We love you and your poetry.
Hi, thank you.
David, beautiful May Rain.
Thank you.
And Denise, happy Pride Month, everyone. Absolutely, happy Pride.
Hey, hey, hey.
And you also do a monthly, well, I don't know now if it's more than monthly now, but you have ink therapy. Let us, talk to us a little bit about ink therapy.
So ink therapy is a monthly event that I put on where poets from all different walks of life are able to come up to the mic and join our open mic list, express themselves. And it's really been a great opportunity to connect with people from all over the place. It is, of course, pride friendly, family friendly. We don't discriminate, because I would feel hypocritical, as a lesbian woman to have an event where my family is not welcome. And so it was important to me to create an event that was a beautiful space for all of us. And so I believe that I've been able to accomplish that. Now, since we're all kind of, locked down, even though the world is opening up, we've been able to take advantage of the virtual open mic. So that is every Wednesday. Ink therapy normally happens every third Wednesday of the month. Okay, but now it is every Wednesday virtually on Instagram.
Awesome. And I just put your Instagram in the comments. So it is Instagram.com/she is May Rain. So, and we just had your website on the ticker. So definitely people look out for that and join it. I was able to catch one. It was really nice to have the poets come through and you're supporting the poets and there's different people. It's kind of like a tag team. I thought it was really
right. Yeah. So now, oh my God, I'm meeting people that I've never known existed. And somehow, because of how the universe works, we found our way to each other. And it's just been beautiful connections made, although we're going through a turbulent time. Poetry is our outlet. And so people needed ink therapy more than we knew, more than I knew at the time, So I'm grateful for that.
Absolutely. And would you give us the honor of sharing a poem or a piece? Would you mind?
I sure will. Bear with me one moment. Okay, bear with me 1 second.
So, Nika saying, indeed, it's been beautiful.
Yes.
Andrew. Hello, Andrew.
Hold on a second.
Sure.
Yes. Everyone, yes, please. Bear with me one moment.
No problem. Take your time.
Okay. All right. So, sharing poetry. Beautiful. Let's see. There's so many things going on right now. I'm going to go with Black Girl Magic because that is always an impression that I like to leave on the hearts of people. Okay. Are you drinking right now? Listen, when we meet up in person, you always make me a nice drink. Where's your drink?
I have boring water. I'm almost at my gallon.
And I made a drink because I'm like, Niki always makes me the
I know.
I should definitely have a drink.
I could use one, absolutely. After this one, I'll definitely have one. I do have one.
Yes. All right. Black Girl Magic. I'm a product of my mother's faith and my father's last attempt to be faithful. Grandmama say, girl, you was born with a gift. Now don't be wasteful. Hard to process at 10 years old, unexplainable fire burning in my soul. We are cut from a cloth that's no longer sold. They call it magic. Will I have it? And I come from a long line of black girl magicians, filling survival kits out of hats while folks do disappearing acts. You gonna get this. Dirt under my fingernails, clawing my way out of a system designed to keep me desolate. With these bare hands made something out of nothing. With this bare heart made love to a king. This is the definition of black girl magic. See, magic is Cookie Johnson still finding the magic in magic? Is being the very fabric of your family, the very logic in its insanity. It's holding it together when the world is constantly scrutinizing your brokenness, ostracizing your hopelessness. Call a black girl angry when she forget to smile, but forget to call me genius when every culture mimics my style. You gonna get this black girl magic. You're going to get these acrobatics, universe in my womb, weight of the black man on my shoulder, baby bouncing on my hip, freedom in my kiss, bondsman in my call list, bail money in my bosom. This is turning lemons into hand grenades. Razor blade under my tongue for massa, abracadabra, African diaspora, escape route hidden in my dialect. Oh, you're going to get this, Harriet. You're going to get these kinky curls in your corporate boardrooms, these collard greens in your lunchroom. You're going to get these hidden figures on your silver screen, this melanin in your magazine. You're going to get this black girl magic, whether you want it or not. See, black girls, you are magical. That's why sometimes the world can't see you. Black girls, you are magical. That's why sometimes your industry can't see you. Black girls, you are magical. That's why sometimes we can't see each other. But you're going to get this black girl magic, whether you want it or not. Thank you.
Yes. That was awesome as usual.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we have Natalie saying hello to everyone. So absolutely. So I think we may, let me give it a second.
Hi.
Okay.
Oh, I'm back.
Yes. Hey, we are live.
Yes.
Of live. Whoever's online right now, please share this this interview. Tag people in it. Bring people in it. Oh, I see. We have Andrew saying yay. Avita Chigoan saying awesome. Absolutely. Jane Cranberry loved the poem.
Hi.
Absolutely. Natalie said, we all need that black girl magic right now. Absolutely.
Yes.
And speaking of black girl magic, you have a Facebook reading group, the Brown Girls Read Miami. Can you tell us a little bit about what that's about?
Brown Girls Read Miami is a group that I created in, I believe it was 2016, where I just wanted to gather all of my brown girls that are, interested in what the good reads are. People ask me all the time, hey, May, what are you reading right now? Because I am always in the middle of a good book, always. That love for reading started, very young as well. But I started to challenge my son, or he started to challenge me. Like, Mom, I'm going to read 100 books this year. And then it increased and it increased and it increased. And so, in order to inspire him, or when I recognized how much he was inspired by reading, it made me want to up my game. Okay. So I thought that as a mother, if I could be an example for other women, so many of us are lacking self-care, and reading is a major way to escape. And so I wanted other Black women in particular to join in with me, on my quest to read an enormous amount of books and to take in as much information as we could throughout the year. And so I started this book club. We are now at, I believe it's almost 400 members. And it just, we just inspire each other to read. We're able to discuss the books that we read. I post a new book. I try to post a new book every month. Sometimes we fall behind because we're all busy, but it worked perfectly for this time where we're all virtual. So
Absolutely.
I've definitely been reading more. I read again, well, by audiobook last night, The Four Agreements.
I love that book. I have to revisit it, but I do love that book. Yeah.
It is something so good, especially in this climate where everybody has an opinion about what is going on in the world right now. And, just not taking things personal, looking at yourself and understanding that when it can only anger you when you agree with it.
Yeah.
If you don't agree with it, and I'm referring to more so to the post, and to people that had great respect for, and then you find out that you have a completely opposing view on life and on equality and on love and on being human. Okay. You see this every day on your timeline, every day, and if you absorb all of these things, it can make you physically sick. And so it's important to empower yourself by not taking everything personal that you read on Facebook.
Yeah, that is true. There's some posts I'm just like, nah, it's not worth it. But there are some posts, like you said, there's people that and
Yeah.
um, the same way that some people feel that Trump has really ignited people to, like giving people who have this negative point of view, this permission to be that, the moment that we're going through now, it's just like you're seeing people that, in different ways you haven't seen them before. Like, oh, you're cool. Oh, you don't really see me as equal. Wow.
Right.
So,
Amazing.
yeah, absolutely. We have a couple more. We have Melinda says, the more I hear you, the more I love you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Poetry as always.
Thank you, Dee. Thank you.
Yeah. And you're also an author. Can you share with us like some of the work you've done, like some of your books or some, like what inspired to write? I know you write poetry, but like to publish.
Right. You know what? I believe that I am mostly inspired by wanting to leave a legacy for my children, wanting to have something published, so that, people who love and honor my work can speak my name far beyond the years that I am here on earth. And so it was important to me to make sure that that was documented. And so there have been 3 books so far. There was My Right to Live in Love. There is The Sound of Silence. And then there is a guided journal called Because the Journey Begins with You. So there were books that I had planned. There are always more books in your head that you plan on writing, and you want to manifest all of these great things that happen in your head. And sometimes other things happen that pull you away from from getting to write the good stuff. But the good thing is it doesn't expire. When it's your passion, you keep those ideas in your head for a lifetime. And so I will publish more soon, but those are the first 3 publications that I have.
Awesome. And I just posted your website again, so mayrain.com. People could get connected to your work and your products. Okay.
Definitely. So if you want to purchase my self-care product line, it is mayrain.com. And if you want to see about the books that I've written or order books that I've written, it is www.sheismayrain.com.
Okay, so let me do this. She is. So I'll post that one up as well in the comment section.
Okay.
Absolutely. And well, I guess speaking of your product line, can you tell us a little bit about your product line, Moonflower?
Yes.
This is the
So,
candle that smells really awesome.
yes, yes. So I do have candles here, of course. Everybody knows that I have. I feel like everybody knows now, but there are a world of people that don't know about these products. And I'm constantly trying to change that because I want everyone to join this beautiful wave of self-care. Is so important
Hmm.
for women in particular. I mean, I love the men, I have products for men as well, but I definitely want my women to get into hydrating their skin, keeping their skin hydrated.
Hmm.
you know it seems like we have the experience of the drooping sometimes, or the wrinkles and that type of thing, and we can change that, especially Black women in particular. We have things in our skin that are anti-aging, but then depending on what we use, what we eat, all of those things contribute to whether or not our bodies work properly. And
Hmm.
so we want to do the mango butters, the grapeseed oil, things that love Black skin in particular. So, for
Hmm.
example, the body butter, this is really fluffy and good for your skin. Yeah, you've experienced this, Nikki.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so the body butter, and even the candles, when they melt down, they also, you can put them on your skin as well because they're soy candles, and so they work as well on your skin if you want to give your boo a nice massage after your candle burns down.
Mm. Okay.
I have a wealth of products. It started as just a candle company, but it's grown and developed into a full product line. So I have body scrubs, I have bath teas, I have what else? The body butters. I have a body butter bar that
Hmm.
is also like a massage bar for your skin as well. And so, it's amazing to get into the routine of moisturizing and exfoliating your skin.
Hmm. Hmm. That's awesome. Yes, definitely go to it, mayrain.com. I had the website up, order some products. You also have like boxes, like, the
I
Father's Day
do. I
box
have
and things like that.
I have the Moonflower Box, which is a self-care kit. It's a full experience. Everyone who's purchased a box for themselves or received one feels really loved. For Father's Day, we released the King Box. And I felt that in this time in particular, men needed to feel loved and embraced and honored. And so I came out with the men's line, which was the King Candle, the King Soap Bar, the Almond Walnut Scrub. And I mean, men loved it. They loved it. We got reviews that were amazing. So we are now working on the BFF box.
Mm-hmm.
And so, not only is it self-care for yourself, but also introducing this concept to the people that you love, your friends around you, anyone that you want to say, "Hey girl, I love you and I want to preserve you."
Mm-hmm. Awesome, awesome. And we have G saying congrats on the expansion of your products.
Thank you so much. And you guys have been around to watch this expansion. That's
Yes,
the amazing thing.
absolutely.
We know so many brands, and it's like you wonder, where did this start? How did this happen? But, being able to show people that are close to me in particular that, listen, we can do whatever we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
We can do whatever we want to do. A social influencer called me the Madam CJ Walker of our time. And honey, listen, I've been lit ever since.
I hear that. I hear that. But one of the things also that I really love about you, you like to inspire and uplift and promote other people, and especially like in times like right now where everybody is like support Black business. You've always been saying that, you know.
Always, always. I've always said it. That
Yeah.
has always been important to me, and if you are around me for
Mm-hmm.
more than just a few minutes, I am just thinking about how you can improve your space, improve our space.
Mm-hmm.
Do something that helps you in some way or another. So, you know, buying Black is definitely not new for me. It's not a thing that happens for me on a holiday, I mean, I am really about supporting, and don't get me wrong, there are products that I have that are from all over the place, but
Absolutely.
I am deeply inspired to support other people that look like me.
Mm-hmm.
And there is nothing that says that I love any culture any less.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't, I have a saying that I am not my sister's keeper. I am my sister.
Mm-hmm.
And so I am not just supporting other Black businesses. I am supporting the fact that, we mirror each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I support you, if we're all able to elevate in business, in life, in love, then we're able to grow together. And it's a benefit to everyone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There was an article I came across some years ago, and it talked about how Basquiat, Warhol, and all those people, and how they helped each other put each other on the map. They just supported each other. And, it's about collaborating, not competition. So even if
That's
someone
right.
has a similar thing, there's still some space if you wanted to support, to collaborate, to uplift.
Exactly. That's right. I mean, when you look at everything from the bread aisle to the different variations of milk to the different variations of pudding, to the different variations of cookies,
Mm-hmm.
there is a space on the shelf for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I am a firm believer in that. I never feel I'm always seeing, of course, people coming up, oh, I sell candles now. Oh, I do this. And if I'm one that inspired them to do so, I'm really happy about that. I never want, because I cannot reach everyone. I cannot, no matter how many candles I make, there is no way that I can get my candle in the home of everyone in this world.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I think that a big problem in business is that sometimes, especially when we watch people become successful, sometimes we begin to hate what we want to be.
Mm.
That is a big no-no. You will never attract success if you hate people that are successful.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to embrace it, and you have to manifest your abundance. Your abundance has your name on it.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing, listen, what is for Nikki, I cannot manage. I can never manage your life. you know, and so it is better, and it is more beautiful when we embrace each other and we help each other grow. And that's what I'm always about.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's beautiful. Yeah. And it's just like, like you said earlier, you've always been this person, but also
Mhm.
in particular, times like now where people are really pushing the concept, other Black people, other allies, communities, when we talk about equality and equity, like a lot
Mhm.
of Black businesses, small businesses, independent businesses, it's really hard for them to get those advertising dollars and connections. So it takes the
Right.
community to uphold all these businesses so they could grow.
It really does. And I think that authenticity is one thing that has blessed my business.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no way. I'm just a girl from Carroll City. I had some dreams, but I did not know that my candle company would be doing the numbers that it's doing now.
Mm.
And I believe that I was able to, no matter what anybody said, my consistency has spoken for itself. I've always been on this, you know me for a long time now, and it's been a consistent message of empowerment, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and through empowering other people, my business, it's doing well, and I'm grateful for that. Even through this pandemic, you know, um, the message of self care has been a resounding message, and
Yes.
so because of that, people are understanding the importance more than ever before of candles and body butter and just feeling good, man. Do what feels good
Yeah.
on that. Like, do what feels good. If it does not feel good, then you should not be doing it.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that is
He has
my
a question. Says, how can we support the growth of your company?
um just I appreciate that question. Getting the word out to other people, sharing my Instagram is always helpful. Testimonials are always helpful. And, there are so many ways to support me other than financially. Financial support is a beautiful thing. Don't get me wrong. But there are so many free avenues that we have now through social media, through social influence, where you can support, your sisters or your brothers in business. So I welcome that support. Sharing my posts from my page is always great. Following, and talking about it. And I was taking a shower earlier, which within itself is a great thing during this pandemic. Um, but I was thinking, there is always the hashtag, once we lose someone to injustice, say their name. And I believe that, we have to keep people alive in spirit in order to deal with the injustice. But I also believe that we need to say each other's names while we're here.
Yeah,
That is how we support each other.
absolutely.
If I know you and I know what you're doing, I should be sharing that with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Because as you said, and I'm always thinking about this, about how artists in the past, Basquiat and other amazing artists, you have Langston Hughes and Zora Neale Hurston, all of these people pushed each other. They hung out together and they spoke each other's names.
Mm.
And it was that honor, that made them world known.
Mm-hmm.
So as we honor each other, we grow.
Mm-hmm.
That is the fertilizer. Honor is the fertilizer that helps us grow. I want to speak your name while you are here and while you know that you matter to me.
Mm.
So, I think that is a big thing in business, a big way that we can help each other.
So we have a comment from Denise. We talked about the poetry, the publishing, the body care, and candles, but no one mentioned how drop dead funny this woman is. Yeah, absolutely. They got to come to your shows to get that. Get that.
Yes.
Is that like a side thing for you, like that being like all the jokes and just being funny?
You know what? I grew up in a really big family, right? And it's 9 of us. I'm the ninth child. Same mom, same dad. Grew up in the same house. And all we did was talked about each other. That is all. I mean, to this day, okay, when we have a family gathering, if there's a picture that's going to be taken, my brother will say, put on the wide lens camera because she's gaining weight, just the most. I don't know if you saw my brother. He did the video of the salmon burger that my wife makes on
Yeah.
my page. So that's my brother.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of see that we are all naturally comical, and I don't even do it on purpose. It's just what comes to my mind. I'm just about having fun. Like, I think that life is about being happy, having fun, and just saying what comes to your mind. Like, it's a freedom that I love existing in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I know we're wrapping up, but I love to ask this question. I don't even remember what you said the last time, but anyway,
I hope it's the same thing because that might be loud.
if you had access to a time machine, where would you go, past or the future, and why?
Well, if I had, see, you know what? That's such an emotional question. It depends on where you are in the moment. So now Father's Day just passed. So then I would say, I would love to go back to when my dad, but I would think that the question is related to maybe something else. Let's see. Where would I like to go back to? You know what? I would like to go back to 20 years ago when I first started doing spoken word. when I started doing live performances. I would love to go back to that time and approach things differently so that now I would be more advanced in the craft. You know, I love where I am. I appreciate my here and now. I really do. But if I had known then what I know now, you know, I would have done things a little bit differently, and it would have gotten me on some circuits that I haven't had the experience to, you know, haven't had the pleasure to experience.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
that's what I would say 20 years ago.
Nice, nice. Okay.
That's not my age? No. Okay.
Yeah, let's do the math.
Yes. And shout out to my wife. She's outside somewhere waiting for me to finish this. Shout out to her during Pride Month. She's so supportive of everything that I do. So I always try to honor her, you know, whenever I speak to someone about my life and about my business. My business has grown since she's come into my life. And that's what love is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Mayrain, it's always a pleasure having you. You're super talented. You're super supportive, and just a light in the community. So I'm just always, happy when we get a chance to connect and catch up. And I'm glad you were able to be on the circle again.
Thank you so much. Yes, I'm going to run off and finish my drink. Okay.
I'm going to make you one. So, for those of you who are online right now, thank you so much for being here. I see there's people on Facebook, we have people on YouTube, we even have a couple of people on Periscope, on Twitter.
And I saw Anicia Roundtree on there, very good sister of mine. I love her dearly, her and her husband. So I believe she's watching as well. I saw the comment pop up, but then I didn't see
Yeah, I
it.
saw. Oh, she said the King Box.
Oh, yes, and the new King box is fire. Yes, she did get a King box. It sold out in 4 days.
Wow, that's awesome.
Hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it was needed. Thank you so much for having me, Nikki. I
Yes.
love that you do this. This is amazing.
Thank you. I want to keep doing it as long as I can. So thank
Yeah.
you. I really appreciate that. Thank you for our live audience. Thank you for those who might be watching this, who will be watching this on the replay. Please
Yeah.
share this, tag it, help get the word out. Someone is waiting to be inspired. I will see you all next week.
All right. Thank you. Bye bye, guys.